Hi everybody and welcome. Today I want to speak about the spirit and how to connect to a deeper part of ourselves. Okay, how to connect to higher intelligence and how to connect to that higher conscious state that is reflected by your true authentic expression. Now, I'm feeling some moments where I'm feeling a deeper peace with myself and I'm feeling inspired to share. I'm feeling inspired to actually step into my deeper soul mission, and I'm feeling grateful for everything that is happening in my life right now. And the Christmas is coming, the vibe is good, and I'm trying as much as possible to spend time with my family and friends and my loved ones. Okay, so today I want to speak about the connection with the spirit or the higher self. You may call it the higher self, you may call it the true authentic expression, you may call it the Atman, you may call it universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it. That is the spirit, the true self. Now, in our spiritual evolutionary process, we are experiencing activations and we are experiencing higher vibrational energies coming from the cosmos. Okay, because I believe that the planet is awakening to the new earth. Okay, we are raising our consciousness to the next level. We are stepping into a higher vibrational awareness. And I've seen that the spirit, the higher self, is my true authentic expression. Okay, it is who I truly am at my deepest level. Okay, it is the state of consciousness that is represented by love, because I believe that love is actually all that there is. Okay, even if it seems like it's not love, it's still love. The failure is love. The hate may also be love. The anger may also be love. The low state of consciousness may be love. The depression is still love. And what I've seen is the fact that if I wanted to connect to my true spirit and if I wanted to make a deeper connection with my true spirit, I had to learn to alchemize myself in the process. Okay, I had to learn to use alchemy regarding my experiences. Okay, I had to learn to really make the best out of the worst. And I realized that there is a need for acceptance. Okay, if you don't accept something, you cannot turn it from negative to positive. And if you really want to connect to a deeper part of yourself, and if you really want to connect to your true spirit, you gotta begin to accept, guys, because with acceptance you release the resistance. Okay, you release the blockage. With acceptance, you get to turn something negative into something positive. And what I've seen is the fact that I'm constantly guided. Okay, I'm guided from a higher realm of consciousness. And the higher self is operating from the higher realms. Okay, I believe that we are actually multidimensional beings having a human experience. Okay, we are higher awareness beings having a human experience. And from my perspective, we're all spiritual. Okay, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And when we go into a deeper part of our spirituality, we realize that love is actually all that there is, guys. Love is all that there is. And what I've seen is the fact that the moment that I operated from love and the moment that I operated from forgiveness and peace and harmony, things were actually working in my favor. But when I operated from separation and ego and hate and anger, then I created problems. So my suggestion is, if you really want to connect to that source self, to that source energy, you gotta begin to actually operate from love, because love is the highest vibrational energy in the universe. And love is actually feeling pretty good to be experienced. Love is feeling pretty good to be experienced. So my suggestion is open the heart to the vibe of love. Okay, this is how to make a deeper connection to spirit. Because when we exist as love and when we operate from love, we really go into a higher state. We go into a higher state. And of course, it's okay to feel anger sometimes. It's okay to feel hate sometimes. It's okay to experience the ego sometimes. But the higher self is actually love. The higher self is love. And what I've seen is the fact that the emotional body is important. Okay, our feelings matter. Because, everything that is happening based on intuition and feeling. And if you don't have a good relationship with your emotional body, then you cannot experience love. Okay, you will experience low states of consciousness. So my suggestion is get to make a deeper connection with your emotional body. Okay, get to know yourself based on your feelings. Based on your feelings. Because, you know, the higher self speaks to you, and I constantly repeat this in my videos. The higher self speaks to us through our feelings. And when we get to learn to master the emotional body, realize that we're actually magicians. Okay, and what I've seen is the fact that I'm guided to create the life that I desire, and you are guided as well to create the life that you desire. And trust me, your thoughts create your reality. Okay, how you perceive something will create your reality. And you know, you have the power to create your own reality, because we are magicians. I believe that magic is real, guys. Okay, magic is real. You have the power to manifest anything that you desire. All that you gotta do is learn to visualize it, step into the action, and believe it possible. You know, believe it possible. You have the power to manifest anything. And you know, the spirit or the higher self is coming from love. Okay, if you cannot attune yourself to love, you will be in a lower vibration. And again, love is actually the highest vibrational energy in the universe. And when we listen to our intuition, and when we listen to the vibe of love, we also connect to the spirit. And again, it's okay to experience maybe hate sometimes. You know, it's okay to experience anger, because we're human beings, we're not perfect. But what I've seen is the fact that I gotta forgive, and I gotta get to learn to connect to a deeper part of myself. Now, if you really want to connect to your spirit, you have to get to know yourself, guys. Okay, you have to get to know yourself, because again, everything that is happening in your life is happening in relationship with yourself. You attracted your experiences based on your energy. You attract certain things into your life based on your mindset. Okay, and I've seen that the moment that I got to know myself, I got to be into a higher state of consciousness. The moment that I got to know myself, I got to be in alignment with my true expression. Okay, so get to know yourself, get to love yourself. This is how to connect to your spirit. Love yourself, love even your imperfections. Okay, love even your flaws, love your low states of consciousness, even your low states of consciousness, you know, because you're not perfect, and it's okay to sometimes make mistakes. You know, it's okay to sometimes be out of alignment maybe, but you need to make a deeper connection with your true self. You need to make a deeper connection with your true self. You need to make that connection between you need to make a deeper connection with your true self. This is what I'm saying, you know. And I realized that my higher self is constantly guiding me. Okay, it is guiding me. And you know, you are that spirit. You know, you don't have to see it as something separated from you. Okay, you are that energy. You are that vibration. You are that higher consciousness. So the higher self, in essence, or the spirit, is actually you. And it is guiding you from a higher realm of consciousness, from my perspective. Okay, we all have a higher self. Okay, we all have a higher self. And when we learn to listen, it feels good. But if we cannot be in vibrational alignment with our guidance, we will feel disconnected. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it's okay to feel disconnected, because that is contrast. You know, that is contrast. And in contrast, you learn things about yourself. You know, you learn things about your belief system. You learn things about your thought patterns. You learn things about your past experiences. Okay, and in the contrast, you get to alchemize it. You know, so it's not always about the positive, maybe. You know, because sometimes you have to feel negative. Sometimes you have to not know who you are, because with that opportunity you will get to know who you are, you know. So it's not always perfect. This is what I'm saying. In connecting to your true authentic expression, you have to experience sometimes the negative. Okay, you have to experience sometimes the trauma, the anger, maybe the ego, in order for you to learn who you really are, you know. So it's about accepting both the positive and the negative, because in essence there is no good or evil, there are only perspectives. Okay, there is no right or wrong, there is only energy. It is only how we choose to perceive it. It's all subjective. It's all relative, So you get to, in this process, you get to have your own perspective of how things are working in your life, You get to have your own vision. So my suggestion is get to balance yourself. If you really want to make a deeper connection with your spirit, get to balance yourself and get to balance your energy into that state that you are just becoming neutral. You're just becoming neutral, because I've seen in my own journey that I was constantly seeking the positive, especially emotionally. But what I've seen is the fact that when I got to learn to control my emotional body, I got to see that sometimes both the positive and the negative need to be accepted, okay? Because we all have negative feelings sometimes, we all have the shadow, we all have the unaccepted parts about ourselves. But when we get to learn to accept both the positive and the negative, we realize that we're actually becoming complete, And when we become complete, we make a deeper connection with our spirit. We make a deeper connection with our true authentic self, to our true authentic expression. So it's about both, okay? You need to accept also negative feelings, because the negative feelings is also showing something about yourself. It shows you that you may still have fears. It shows you that you may still have imperfections. It shows you that you are learning things about yourself, So it's all about a process of getting to master yourself. Get to master yourself. And, in connecting with my spirit, I got to see that in the state of beingness, it's where the magic happens. Of course, you need action. You need to do the things. You need to step into that radical action. But you gotta also begin to raise your state of beingness, because we're not human doings, we are human beings, We're not human doings, we're human beings. So my suggestion is also get to have the opportunity to relax and reflect on your experiences. Get to have the opportunity to relax and reflect on your belief systems. Okay, reflect on your state of consciousness. And there's a beautiful saying that says that when you relax, it will come to you. When you relax, it will come to you. But if you constantly stress about it, you actually push it away, okay? So it's about really getting to release the resistance and clear the resistance that you have within yourself. Also, attachment. I realized that when I was attached to certain things, I actually pushed them away. But when I got to be detached, I got to actually release resistance and be in a more aligned state of consciousness, So, yeah, get to master yourself and see what happens. And get to listen to your guidance, because the guidance is beautiful. And the guidance is coming from a higher realm, maybe. It is coming from the universe. And when you get to listen, you will feel aligned and connected. But when you cannot listen, you will be in contrast. And that is also okay to be experienced, because in contrast, you learn so much about yourself. Okay, guys, so this is today's message on connecting to a deeper part of ourselves. Okay, this is today's message in connecting with the spirit or the true self. Realize that you are actually at the right moment at the right time. And everything that has happened in your life is not to be judged. Okay, it is not to be judged. It is to be accepted and appreciated and integrated. You are at the right moment at the right time. Everything that is happening is not happening to you, but it is happening for you. Get to alchemize yourself. Get to be your true, authentic, complete self. And you will see magic happen. Okay, so this is today's message in making a deeper connection with the spirit. The spirit is always there, and you are protected, you are guided, you are loved, you are embraced from a higher state of consciousness. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, and like always, see you on what is coming up next. If you are new to the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Consciously Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me and get to know your spiritual side in a deeper way, feel free to contact me at my Facebook address in the description below. Don't take yourself too seriously, because life is to be appreciated and celebrated. Okay, you don't have to take yourself too seriously. I love you so much. Much peace, and see you on what's coming up next. Bye bye, peace, and Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, whatever you want to call it. Much peace and see ya.